If you want to be happily married, marry a happy person.
Ahead of schedule.
Ahead of schedule.
Ahead of schedule.
Ahead of schedule.
Earlier than planned or expected.
Earlier than planned or expected.
Ahead of schedule, we completed the project.
Ahead of schedule, we completed the project.
On schedule.
On schedule.
On schedule.
On schedule.
According to the set timetable.
According to the set timetable.
The train arrived on schedule.
The train arrived on schedule.
Scrape through.
Scrape through.
Scrape through.
Scrape through.
Barely succeed or manage with difficulty.
Barely succeed or manage with difficulty.
We had to scrape through our savings to make ends meet.
We had to scrape through our savings to make ends meet.
Up to scratch.
Up to scratch.
Up to scratch.
Up to scratch.
Meeting the required standard or quality.
Meeting the required standard or quality.
Make sure your work is up to scratch before submitting it.
Make sure your work is up to scratch before submitting it.
Put the screw on.
Put the screw on.
Put the screw on.
Put the screw on.
Apply pressure or demand.
Apply pressure or demand.
The boss decided to put the screws on and increase the workload.
The boss decided to put the screws on and increase the workload.
Screw up.
Screw up.
Screw up.
Screw up.
Make a mistake or mess up.
Make a mistake or mess up.
Don't screw up the presentation.
Don't screw up the presentation.
Seal off.
Seal off.
Seal off.
Seal off.
Close or block access.
Close or block access.
We need to seal off the room for renovation.
We need to seal off the room for renovation.
See about.
See about.
See about.
See about.
Attend to or take care of.
Attend to or take care of.
I'll see about getting us some tickets.
I'll see about getting us some tickets.
See off.
See off.
See off.
See off.
Accompany to departure or say goodbye.
Accompany to departure or say goodbye.
We'll see off our guests at the airport.
We'll see off our guests at the airport.
See out.
See out.
See out.
See out.
Accompany until the end or finish.
Accompany until the end or finish.
He saw the project out to its very end.
He saw the project out to its very end.
See through.
See through.
See through.
See through.
Understand the true nature or expose.
Understand the true nature or expose.
I can see through your excuses.
I can see through your excuses.
See to.
See to.
See to.
See to.
Take care of or handle.
Take care of or handle.
Please see to it that everything is ready.
Please see to it that everything is ready.
Seeing.
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 Because or considering that.
Because or considering that.
Seeing that you're here, let's get started.
Seeing that you're here, let's get started.
Send away.
Send away.
Send away.
Send away.
Cause to leave or dismiss.
Cause to leave or dismiss.
She asked him to send away the unwanted guests.
She asked him to send away the unwanted guests.
Send for.
Send for.
Send for.
Send for.
Request someone to come.
Request someone to come.
Please send for a doctor.
Please send for a doctor.
Send in.
Send in.
Send in.
Send in.
Submit or dispatch.
Submit or dispatch.
Don't forget to send in your application by the deadline.
Don't forget to send in your application by the deadline.
Send off.
Send off.
Send off.
Send off.
Dispatch or dismiss.
Dispatch or dismiss.
We'll send off the package tomorrow.
We'll send off the package tomorrow.
Send out.
Send out.
Send out.
Send out.
Distribute or emit.
Distribute or emit.
They will send out the invitations.
They will send out the invitations.
Send up.
Send up.
Send up.
Send up.
Cause to go upward or imitate.
Cause to go upward or imitate.
His behavior will send up red flags.
His behavior will send up red flags.
Come to one's senses.
Come to one's senses.
Come to one's senses.
Come to one's senses.
To regain consciousness or awareness.
To regain consciousness or awareness.
After the accident, he finally came to his senses and realized the danger.
After the accident, he finally came to his senses and realized the danger.
In a sense.
In a sense.
In a sense.
In a sense.
To a certain extent or in a certain way.
To a certain extent or in a certain way.
In a sense, we are all responsible for the outcome.
In a sense, we are all responsible for the outcome.
Make sense.
Make sense.
Make sense.
Make sense.
Be logical or reasonable.
Be logical or reasonable.
The instructions didn't make sense, so I asked for clarification.
The instructions didn't make sense, so I asked for clarification.
Talk sense.
Talk sense.
Talk sense.
Talk sense.
Speak rationally or sensibly.
Speak rationally or sensibly.
Can you please talk sense and stop making wild claims?
Can you please talk sense and stop making wild claims?
A series of.
A series of.
A series of.
A series of.
A sequence or set of related things.
A sequence or set of related things.
We watched a series of exciting movies.
We watched a series of exciting movies.
Set about.
Set about.
Set about.
Set about.
Begin or start doing something.
Begin or start doing something.
Let's set about cleaning the garage.
Let's set about cleaning the garage.
Set against.
Set against.
Set against.
Set against.
Be in opposition to or opposed to.
Be in opposition to or opposed to.
She is set against the idea of moving.
She is set against the idea of moving.
Set apart.
Set apart.
Set apart.
Set apart.
Make distinct or separate from others.
Make distinct or separate from others.
This special necklace is set apart from the rest.
This special necklace is set apart from the rest.
Set aside.
Set aside.
Set aside.
Set aside.
Put something aside or reserve it.
Put something aside or reserve it.
I will set aside some time to help you later.
I will set aside some time to help you later.
Set back.
Set back.
Set back.
Set back.
Delay or hinder progress.
Delay or hinder progress.
The delay set back our project by a week.
The delay set back our project by a week.
Set down.
Set down.
Set down.
Set down.
Write or record something.
Write or record something.
Let's set down the rules for this game.
Let's set down the rules for this game.
Set forth.
Set forth.
Set forth.
Set forth.
Present or explain something.
Present or explain something.
The author set forth a compelling argument in the book.
The author set forth a compelling argument in the book.
Set in.
Set in.
Set in.
Set in.
Become established or ingrained.
Become established or ingrained.
The rain set in just as we were about to leave.
The rain set in just as we were about to leave.
Set off.
Set off.
Set off.
Set off.
Trigger or start something.
Trigger or start something.
The alarm will set off if you open the door.
The alarm will set off if you open the door.
Set out.
Set out.
Set out.
Set out.
Begin a journey or task.
Begin a journey or task.
We will set out on our journey early in the morning.
We will set out on our journey early in the morning.
Set up.
Set up.
Set up.
Set up.
Establish or create something.
Establish or create something.
It's time to set up the new computer.
It's time to set up the new computer.
Settle down.
Settle down.
Settle down.
Settle down.
Calm down or establish a stable life.
Calm down or establish a stable life.
After a long day, it's nice to settle down with a good book.
After a long day, it's nice to settle down with a good book.
Settle for.
Settle for.
Settle for.
Settle for.
Accept something less than desired.
Accept something less than desired.
Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Settle in.
Settle in.
Settle in.
Settle in.
Become comfortable in a new place.
Become comfortable in a new place.
It took a while, but we finally settled into our new home.
It took a while, but we finally settled into our new home.
Settle on.
Settle on.
Settle on.
Settle on.
Decide or choose something.
Decide or choose something.
We need to settle on a date for the meeting.
We need to settle on a date for the meeting.
Settle up.
Settle up.
Settle up.
Settle up.
Pay a debt or finalize an arrangement.
Pay a debt or finalize an arrangement.
Let's settle up our debts and move on.
Let's settle up our debts and move on.
Giving someone a hug can be mutually rewarding. Try to give at least one hug a day to someone.